Hey everyone, it's Mike Adams. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. And in this video, we're going to be discussing, what the heck am I going to do to try to win this Mythic Invitational Qualifier. It looks like we have to win 10 games before we lose 2. And this is going to be my first qualifier, so I'm excited to document kind of what happens here. And what I'm doing right now, it looks like, because we're starting up in about 8 hours, so, obviously I got to get to bed here at some point. But I'm really stuck like Chuck as far as which deck I want to bring to this tournament. And so what I want to do is kind of take a look here at this is the deck right here that I used to actually qualify last month for Mythic, and I think we got down to 1022 as far as our rank. And so we qualified using this deck. And there's a couple of decks that really give this deck trouble. Let me switch it like this so it's easier for everyone to see kind of what's going on in this deck. I call this, and this would be what's referred to as Esper Control. Again, that's new lingo for me. Again, being an old school Magic player, we didn't have that kind of lingo. And so for me, this is a standard blue, white, black control style deck that I've always, really liked to play these style of decks. I've always liked blue. I've always been kind of a blue guy, and I want to be able to kind of control the board and control the flow of the game, etc. And so last month I came up with this. Obviously, I've been online. I've seen all the different, tier 1 and tier 2 decks that are out there, and I ended up creating this last month, and I wrote it all the way to Mythic. And so my first inclination is to use this tomorrow in the tournament. However, the metagame continues to shift. As new cards come out, new combinations get figured out. And I've been having a tougher time this month, so I'm undecided if I want to bring this one back to the tournament. And so looking at it, what we got in here is we have a lot of creature control. What we've been running into is a lot of the cat oven style decks where there's a lot of small creatures running around. As well, we're seeing now, over this last month, we're seeing a lot of knights. Okay, so either a black-red or black-red-white with a ton of knights filling up the board really, really quick. And so again, with a control deck, we need to be able to sweep and wipe the board clean over and over and over again, so that way we can implement our game plan. And the whole game plan around this deck, the goal of this deck is really centered around this card right here, Doom Foretold. And absolutely love this card. It's really one of the coolest. I've only been playing now for a couple of months, and so this is online here. And so this is one of the coolest control cards I think I've ever seen. Someone busted it out on me in a game, and I was like, whoa, that is crazy. And so it's like every month you got to play the sacrifice game until you get to draw a card. I mean, obviously, unless you don't have something to sacrifice, then you got to give it up. But Doom Foretold is a powerful card, and it's fueled. You get your usage out of it, but it's really cool when you combine it with this one right here. Dance with the Manse, okay? And so hence where the name of the deck came from, Manse, to make you dance, right? Because you can reanimate your artifacts and your enchantments with this card. And so, and you can pay X, okay? So, and if you pay, if your X is more than 6, all these enchantments, artifacts actually come back as 4/4 creatures on top of their abilities. So just kind of give you a breakdown. So that's kind of the main combo that we're trying to pull off here in the deck. We run 3 Legion's Ends here, and I like this card because, again, you get to remove something small from the game, but as well you get to take a look at your opponent's hand. So, if you're trying to figure out, what do they got, what are they going to be doing next, it's always a lot easier when you can actually see their hand. So I love Legion's End. Thought Erasure, again, great control card. You get to look at their hand, of course. You get to pluck a card out of their hand, and you get to surveil and set yourself up. We got 4 golden eggs here, 4 guild globes. Both of these artifacts just simply allow you to draw a card. They allow you to make little mana combinations. If you're ever short on the mana, these are perfect to get the mana that you need. But really, these are just kind of fodder. Right, I think about just kindling. Here in Minnesota, we build fires, and so you need some kindling. And so these are really just kindling for the Doom Foretold. You get a couple of these eggs out there, and then you run your Doom Foretold. Hey, they got to sacrifice their creatures, their all their important stuff. Well, you're just sacrificing eggs and globes, right? And then with the hope of being able to reanimate them later. with Dance of the Manse. Okay, and we run 4 of those. We're running 3 Mystical Disputes. And I didn't have this in here. I just recently put this card in the deck because we're running into this Simic Flash. Okay, and it's actually my #1 most hated deck right now as this green-blue Flash. I just cannot stand it. It's a powerful control deck. But really, it just... I need to be able to counter some of the flashing. So, Mystical Dispute came in there. 4 Teferi, Time Raveler, of course, it's a staple in any Esper control deck. Very powerful. And again, if I can get this out on a Simic Flash, then they can't counter my stuff. Okay, so it's always, very prudent to get this out before I try to run my Dance of the Manse. Otherwise, it's just going to get countered. As well, for a little bit of life gain. Again, we've been running into a lot of aggro decks where we need to stay in the game, sometimes a little bit longer. So Opakaya, great. It allows you to deal 3 damage, you gain 3 life. And again, it's something you can reanimate later with Dance of the Manse. We got 4 Doom Foretolds, 4 Kaya's Wrath to simply clear the board. And then we got a boatload of mana. Okay, I believe we got 26 mana that we're running in this deck right here. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 mana. Okay, in this deck. So we're looking at a 61 card deck right here. This is Manse to make you dance. Again, this is what I used to qualify for the Mythic Qualifier all last month. And I'm deciding right now if I want to bring this deck to the tournament. I just might do it. This is one of those decks that when it hits, it hits. And it's almost unbeatable. When everything is flowing with this deck, there's really not much it can't stop. The only, again, major roadblock I'm dealing with is the Simic Flash. Is the only real deck that gives us trouble. I can deal with the Fires of Invention decks. The Cat and Oven decks are dealt with very well with this, and other decks, even Knights are dealt with pretty well with this deck. So as long as we don't run into any Simic Flash, we usually do pretty well. But that's what's got me questioning whether or not I want to bring this deck to the tournament or not. So we'll see. And I almost completely forgot about the sideboard here. So let's take a look at what we got over here. I got really 3 Devout Decrees to deal with the red-black threat, Knights especially. Tithe Taker, again, this is something that's kind of anti the Simic Flash. Okay, I got a couple of them in the sideboard. Another Legion's End. So again, if I'm running into, again, those weenie decks, that are really going to try to take this Esper out really quick, I want to be able to get those off the board and again be able to see what's in their hands. So that way I have control there and can anticipate that next move. Noxious Grasp. Again, just kind of going after that green. Again, green is a problem. Way back in the day, green was really just, and again, I'm talking way back when, 4th edition, it was like Land of War Elves, and, green creates mana, and that's about it. You know what I mean? You had to stack it with, red, typically, back in the day, just to really make green kind of have value. But it's like now people are running mono green, which... it blows me away that how powerful it is and actually how fast it is. So in some of the planeswalkers that are available, especially Nissa, very, very powerful. So you want to be able to get rid of that. Elder Spell, of course, if you're running into any decks that are running multiple planeswalkers, you need to get rid of those. The Spyglass, I got this in here really just to deal with the oven, okay? Deal with, if you get any of those Witch's Oven type decks and you just want to get that name so that way they can't use it. Trail of Crumbs as well. You can target that with the Spyglass. Got the 4th Mystical Dispute right here in the sideboard. And then as well, and I know some people might just simply frown on this card right here, the Unmoored Ego, but it is a dirty, dirty card. But again, when you know that somebody's running a certain card that they need in order to beat you, especially if we're talking in a best of 3, look, I play this game to win. And so the Unmoored Ego is going in. So if I end up running into some decks here where it makes sense for me to pop it in there so that way I can eliminate whether it's the Oven, whether it's Fires of Invention, okay? I mean, imagine, being able to look right through somebody's hand, deck, and graveyard and get rid of all 4, okay, the whole playset. I can get rid of all 4 Ember Cleaves if I wanted to, depending on the deck that I'm playing. So this is a very powerful card, very dirty card, but very, very powerful nonetheless, so it's in the sideboard. So let's dive into some gameplay here. And if you find value, make sure to give this video a like, give it a comment below. And if you have any critiques for the deck, or if you see any slip-ups or misplays as I'm going along here, make sure to leave those in the comments as well. We'll see you guys in the next video. Let's dive into the gameplay. All right, guaranteed. Let us see what you are up to, and let's see what we got right here. And so again, not too bad. Okay, we like at least 3 mana in our starting draw, and especially we got the temple here to where we can search. The number one thing that's got me shook a little bit is just we got some blue. I'd love to see a blue and a white in there, but I'm actually gonna roll the dice and keep this one. Let's see. Great. Okay, it looks like we're immediately going to be facing our arch nemesis, the Simic Flash. Okay, and we don't know for sure, but when I see this, okay, when I see the Temple of Mystery, it's like, there's that green blue, and now there's more blue. Oh, now there's the spiral. I'm already getting sick to my stomach. Okay, well, we got a little red. Okay, so this might be a different variant of the Flash. Okay, well, let's go ahead, and I'm just going to take the 2 here because I want to get this egg out there. Can't afford to wait 2 steps. Can't afford to wait. And it looks like we're just going, we're getting black heavy here. Okay, Gift of Paradise. Okay, we can deal with that. We can deal with that. Okay, so, all right, this would be a great opportunity to go ahead and get this out there because I'm just going to throw the globe out. And now we got some fodder available. Okay, we have, again, the beauty of these, oh, we got a Fabled Passage, so that'll thin the deck a little bit. Okay, so he's going for it. Okay, what do we got here? Niv Mizzet. Interesting. Okay, oh, okay. So we're not necessarily looking at Flash, so I feel a little bit better here. So let's take a look. This dude is ramped up there big time. So looks like we need to get moving here. Let's go ahead and get this out. No, let's go ahead and get the Fabled patches in play, so we can get our hands on a blue. Let's do it right here, right now. Okay, because now that we got it'll come in untapped. So for starters, let's take a look and see. Okay, I feel like I need to take a peek at what he might have going on. Or do we want to go ahead and get the Doom Foretold out there to bluff? Because the bottom line is, he's going to look to play these cards before the end of his next turn. So it's like, which one is he going to want to play here, right? And so let's actually just go ahead and get the bread and butter out right now. We got our fodder out here, okay, to deal with this. He's going to sack the creature, obviously. I was going to go ahead and remove the creature, but I want this in play to kind of threaten his Niv Mizzet. Maybe he'll consider not putting that in play. And oh shit, he's got those enchantments over there. Never mind. That's what happens when you're playing late at night, folks. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, we'll take that. And we're still in pretty good shape here, okay? Because we're going to get rid of Niv right now. We're not even going to mess around. And actually, I don't need to do anything special here. Let's just go ahead and wipe it. Okay, he's going to get a card. He's going to be able to ping me for a damage. Don't care. I'm going to get the card. I'm going to get the damage back here momentarily. Thank you, Doom. So you can, or he's going to sack. Look at this guy. Now, do I spend my counter here? We're going to hold on to it. I'm going to let him do it. Take your 2 cards. Pay the Doom. What are you going to do? Get rid of one of these cute little enchantments? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We'll get rid of them. Okay, and we have the ability here. The great thing about this Mystical Dispute is we have the ability to counter anything blue with just 1 blue. Okay, so we feel pretty good about that. And it looks like I'll be able to hold on to it. Beanstalk Giant. Okay, not really looking forward to seeing that on the battlefield, but we will deal with it accordingly when it comes. Try and get this out here. Let's get some more fodder out here. And see, that's where you got to be really careful. See, it tapped my blue. So there's a mistake. Okay, because we definitely did not want that. So now I feel like I need to get this out here just in case I end up needing to use that blue to counter something. That sucks. That's a bit of a misplay there. So he's got a boatload of land. He's got to give us that enchantment, but he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Big time ramp. Ugh. Ugh. So we'll see if he's going to go ahead and go for it right now. Is he going to go for this? And looking at how everything's tapped on my end, I'm curious if he'll leave himself enough room just in case to be able to pay off a counter, or if they're just not paying attention to that. Because this is just a haymaker I'm about to get hit with here. And again, big mistake. I don't know what I could have done to prevent this. That's a problem. And so, we'll see this, how we play this a little bit differently when it comes to the sideboard. Oh, look at that. He actually did tap it all. He's not going to like this. Oh, he's not going to like that. That's a bummer, man. He shouldn't have tapped out. Oh, man. Okay. So that helps us out a little bit. What do we got here in the graveyard? Okay, so we'll wait on that. That was actually incredibly lucky that he just simply wasn't, he saw my error, right, and didn't anticipate the mystical dispute in there. So I'd like to go ahead and get one of these back into the hand, just so that way he has to replay it. Right now Teferi becomes our fodder, but we're able to get rid of one of these reclamations. Okay, and I wasn't even sure if I would see this kind of a deck. Give me another blue, dang it. That's right, I only have one island available in there. We might have to change that. I might have to have two just in case I need to go fish for that second blue. But now he can go ahead and kick over that reclamation, because there's nothing he's even able to put out instantly. Okay, so now we only have to worry about one of those, which is cool. 12-12 beast going out there. Okay. Reclamation's coming back out. $13. Okay. He's going to untap, which is fine. I'm wondering if I want to go ahead and grab a card here. Take 3 damage for it. Would it be worth it? I can go ahead and next round there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I can gain 3 back. 2, 2, 4. No, I want the card. Give it to me. So I'm just going to draw. I'm going to take, okay, another Dance of the Manse. That is not what I was looking for. Okay, we got a sack to Teferi. Okay, and what do we get? A land, which, okay, is fine. 2, 4, 6. Okay, they'll give us our 8, but we got to take 2. This will allow us to go ahead and reanimate some stuff here and have creatures, okay, which is good because we got this big beast out there that is going to be trying to drop some bombs on us. I was about to say he can't counter that, can he? That would really be a shitty situation. That would be a sticky situation if he could have. Ooh, it's unfortunate, but I had to play it as it was. So I don't believe he can wipe the board. He's going to have to either give up that beanstalk or he's going to have to give up the reclamation. Now, my big concern is I'm now tapped out. Okay, so if he's got the ability to make me, explode, then I'm going to be paying a huge price. And looking at what's happening right now, this could be a game set match here. If you can tag me for 17. Let's see. So he's got 13. 13 more. 26, yeah. This could be game. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. That's what we call sliding by, sucker. We'll see if it happens again. Okay, so a couple of misplays there. But we're not messing around with this guy at all. So we're just going to go right for the unmoored egos. Give me both of those in the deck. As well, I want all three of these in the deck. Actually, no, I don't need these. It's creature planeswalker. I don't really need that. Give me the dispute. Okay. And so what are we getting rid of here? He didn't have a ton of creatures, for us to really deal with or worry about. So we might want to go ahead and we could get rid of a few of these oaths. I might actually just get rid of these three. As a matter of fact, no, I might even get rid of these legions. Tough call. That's a really tough call. Because, he does put some early stuff out there. That gives me an opportunity to look at his hand. Actually, maybe I'll skip those. 1, 2, 3. Get back in there. And then you. Let's go. So hopefully we can get our hands on one of those unmoored egos rather quickly. So that way I can just literally get rid of. I will. And this is always a choice here, but I would certainly, I don't necessarily need to get the jump on this guy, but, it is nice. I'm going to go ahead and play first. Okay, so we got our unmoored ego, which we're excited about, but the rest of this draw is no good. I got to take a mulligan. Beautiful. Okay, we'll keep 6. And let's go ahead. I think I might just go ahead and slide one of these lands. No, let's slide a Doom Foretold. Actually, no, because I'd like to get my hands on that here again. So let's drop a land here. And let's put out the temple. Maybe we can fish for another land. We'll take that egg. Okay. And so I'm curious, he may have loaded up some counter spells of his own. So I'll have to be aware of that. So I want to take this damage right here. I want to go ahead and get this egg rolling. Okay, let's get another card out here. Another land would be sweet. There we go. And look at that. So we don't need to take any damage here. And this is cool because it allows us to not risk our unmoored ego. Okay, we can see if he added some counter spells to the fold here. Negate. Okay, very smart. Okay. Well, let's do it the other way. I'm just going to take that damage, and let's go ahead and get some cards out of your hand that way, or you can go ahead and counter it. If you want to burn a counter on it, go for it. Because I'm going for the throat. Oh, I love it. Good. Okay. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Got any more counters? Burn them up, man. Jeez. And see, the thing that makes this all right is the fact that, again, we have the ability to reanimate all these. Oh my goodness. I'll take that. Let's just keep them coming. I'm just going to keep rolling. This guy's probably like, what the hell? All right, give me one of those cards, man. Thank you for finally tapping. Say goodbye to Wilderness Reclamation. Let's put this in play, just in case. And unless he's got Mystical Disputes in there, which would be a big old problem. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And, oh, that's right, it's removed. The other one's removed from the game. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's get rid of those. What sucks is that he's going to have the ability to pop that one in play. SOB. Maybe it would have been better to go for the finisher, the explosion. Obviously we didn't know it was going to be not in his hand, But this is definitely a problem. Yeah, it would have been really nice. Again, that's where, I got to be thinking. It's like, if one of them's removed from the game, I'm not going to be able to get rid of it, And the goal here is to get rid of these things. Let's go ahead and attack first. Okay, and we'll see if this gets in. And if it does, I might bounce the egg just to give myself an additional ability to draw. I'll actually get 2 cards out of it by doing that. Okay, that's fine. Can't do anything anyway. Okay, we're going to bounce here. And so we get 1 for Teferi, 1 for... That's really cool. So we get a little bit of protection. Put our egg back out. And we can go ahead and drop this. And we'll actually... I'm trying to think if I need to take the sting here. Just in case. I can't imagine anything else that I want to counter except for his main card. So... Just let it come and play tapped. And let's end the turn. And again, maybe I didn't want to have that come into play tapped. Maybe I wanted to have 2 available for the egg plus the counter. So we'll see. He's got this card right in front of our face here. Okay, so we're gonna fry Teferi. Okay, no problem. No problem there. You can do the spiral. Curious if these little boogers are gonna go all the way on this guy. So again, it's a very smart play. Nope, I gotta take the 7. I'm actually cool with that. No choice. Would love to draw a dance to make you Manse to make you dance right now, baby. Would be pretty sweet. We did not get it, so let's try to gain some life here. Okay. Okay. Well, Niv cannot be countered anywhere. So I wonder if he's gonna be able to ping my guys to death here, isn't it? Nobody hit me. Okay. It's just gonna load up here. 1, 2, 3. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on top of that. Okay. If he was to max out. Yes, I can gain 3 life. You know, another interesting card for the sideboard might be Ashiok, the Dream Render. Just thinking about how this particular hand is playing out here. You know, I'd like for this dude to be tapping a little bit more. You know, I feel like I need to go all in right now. I might have to go all in right now and make him tap just to prevent him from maybe doing anything on my turn. I'm going to go for it. Yes, I know you get to draw a card. He's going to be able to ping me for 1. You know, if I can draw a Manse at the Dance right now. Funny. Good game. Shit. That was a great series. I definitely took the wrong card. You know, we sideboarded correctly, but we grabbed the wrong card with the Unmoored Ego. Instead of worrying about the Wilderness, I should have let him play around with that all day long. You know, it's like the finisher card is the Explosion Expansion, so I really should have taken that one away. That was a major mistake on my behalf. Not overly upset with the deck though, so I want to run it back. Let's just jump right back in here and see what we can do. Zayas. And again, this is you know, again, I wasn't anticipating running into that. Very powerful what I just ran into there. And again, this deck is typically equipped to deal with it. So again, you know, I really I lost that series because of what I did. You know, not necessarily because of um, you know, again, you know, that's the thing. It's like I made that mistake, you know, and I got to pay the price for that. So let's see, what do we keep and what do we get rid of? I think we're good here. Let's go ahead and dump the fountain. So after a brutal round of control versus control, here comes the aggro. So hopefully our deck will be able to stand up to this. But now we see blue. Okay. So interesting, you know, with this. Obviously, I want to make a play on this right away, take the 2, and I want to try to get in Legion's End because this will help de-scramble what's going on here. If I can get this, maybe he's got, I doubt he's got another one in his hand, but I get to see what he's got going on at least. Prison Borrower, Escape to the Wilds. So are we running into the exact same deck? Okay, maybe we're just running into a variation here. Another Reclamation, Wilderness Reclamation deck. Okay. Alright, we can just put that in tap. Let's get our globe. And then next round we will drop the Doom Foretold on them. Okay. That's fine. Put out your beast. Totally cool. Beast will die. No need for us to take any unnecessary damage here. Let's just go ahead and grab a white. Just make sure that we're set up in case we need a Kaya's Wrath later. We got that second white in place. And let's drop the Doom Foretold on them. And again, another powerful thing about the Doom Foretold is that you can't sacrifice tokens. Okay, so it's got to be a creature or another permanent, but tokens do not count for this. So he can keep his 1/1 token, but he's got to give me the beast. Okay, what are you thinking, man? Exile top 5, may play those cards until the end of your next turn. Okay, he's got 2 mana. So he's got a Paradise Druid up there, an Innkeeper, the Lucky Clover. Okay, well, you're going to give that one over to us. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so we're basically getting our hands on some more fodder here. Look, so that I could take out. So let's, I can save the damage here. Actually, no, pay the 2. Get the egg out there. You know, and initially I was thinking, you know, give me Teferi, right? But if I get Teferi out there, actually, you know what? I don't need the card. So let me just throw Teferi out there. And we'll just pump him. Okay. He can sack his Lucky Clover. Again, that's a powerful card. You know, that, where'd you go? Escape to the Wild. I actually really like this. You know, just kind of looking at this green, blue, red is really liking this, you know, build. That's a powerful card. You may play an additional land this turn as well. That's really, really powerful. Okay, this is cool. Each other non-human creature you control enters battlefield with an additional counter on it. Okay. So you can put out your Paradise Druid if you want to. I mean, what else you got? Oh, you do have the ability to bounce my egg. You know, I could see him bouncing the egg with the Brazen Borrower just to make me sack Teferi, but doesn't look like he's going to do that. Maybe he's got a counter spell of some sort. So let's burn the egg. That's cool. So let's go ahead and see what you got shaking, man. What are those other two cards, man? Give it to me. If you're not going to play it, I will take that. As far as the Spark Double, you know, we're not too concerned there. We're going to kill him. So let's drop the Oath and take this dude out. I'm just going to pump him again because, you know, if we're able to. Actually, no, that won't work. Because we'll sack the Oath. I mean, a lot of times I like to bounce the Oath back to me so I can run it again. But that is not going to happen this time. 8-8. You can only tag me for 1. It's fine. Sack this. And then, because he'll have to give me the Beanstalk. See, so maybe he's not used to dealing with Doom Foretold. And so now we can get all of our fodder back. So this will actually work out well. As a matter of fact, we'll do it on his turn. You know, he might pop his head here. We'll get rid of him. Draw a couple cards. Doom Foretold is going to stay out there, so you're going to have to gimme, you know, whatever's in your hand there. Sack the Oath. Actually, no, we'll hold that. Sack the Globe. Another Oath anyway. So let's go ahead and drop that. What do we got coming next? We get rid of you. And let's start doing some damage here so we can finish this dude off. So keep this one. Hit him for 3. Okay, we can bounce this one back to our hand, get the card. Okay, and we can tag him for 3 more. So we're sitting pretty good here. He may toss him the towel. We'll see. Can he come back top decking me? I'm just not sure. Okay, good game. And so he's running green-red. You know, do we need to sideboard anything here? You know, and I'm just not sure, you know, what I may or may not want to move out of this deck. You know, I didn't really see, you know, any crucial crux that he kind of had in there for me to really be concerned about. Oh my, I don't even have the Ether Gust in here. I probably should. You know, perhaps you know, out of the sideboard I can ditch this and this, keeping this. You know, I'm not giving up that. So maybe I give up the Legion's End, give up an Elder Spell. Hate to give that up, but give up the Elder Spell. You know, I don't know that I'm going to change anything. Actually worked out really well. And so, let's go. Now, but curious, I don't know if he changed anything or not. We will find out. If he did, I assume that we're going to see some counter spells, you know, this time around. we're keeping it. Okie doke. So you might end up being a little bit more aggressive. That might be what we see here, is just a little bit more aggression here. And it looks like he's already kind of got the jump. You know, Legion's End would be really, really nice right now. But I do not have that. And again, that's the beauty of that card, is I could grab this and see what else he's got going on. Obviously, I know the Beast is going to be coming out. We'll take that Doom Foretold. So next round, as a matter of fact, unless I draw land, we're going to end up taking a shot here. Okay. So, it is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and get another egg out there for more fodder. Ay, ay, ay. And let's go ahead and sack this bad boy. Grab a black. And so we're looking at either, depending on what he puts out here, either A, we're going to get rid of the 1/1, or B, we're going to drop that, we're going to get rid of the 1/1. That's going to bring us down to 10, and we need to be able to stop his assault. Okay, so we're going to grab another black here with this right now. I should know I can grab a white with that as well. And so we're going to tap, tap, tap. I don't believe he's running any blue, but just to make sure we're in the proper habit. I'd really enjoy a Kaya's Wrath right now. That'd be great. Okay. And if he's smart, he probably has another Lovestruck Beast in his hand, and he'll be able to drop. No assault. Well, looky what we have here. Not happy. Oh, shit. That's why. Good for you, man. Being a military veteran, I gotta watch the tongue sometimes, and so I say, "Oh shucks," is what I meant to say. And again, it's late night. That's me not paying attention right there. However, what was I gonna do? I wasn't gonna wait. If I would have ran the Doom Foretold, same thing would have happened. So, but now he is totally tapped. That does give us an opportunity here to get. Gosh, I want to get that in play right now. Or do I want to save for a counter? Which I think I should probably do. So let's put a piece of fodder out there. Even better. And I'm going to save for a Mystical Dispute. Depending on if he's going to throw a creature out there, cool. But if he tries to put another 1/1 token out there, I want to be able to counter that. Obviously. Otherwise, we're dead. And now as well, we're prepared for any counter spells that this guy might have to try to hit us. Yeah, I don't think we like that. This is what do we say? Nope. No, no. And we can clear this. He cannot stop me with one red. So we can clear with confidence this time. And luckily enough, he's not. He's short on mana, so you know we're gonna be able to hold on and win this battle here. Doom Foretold should pretty much finish it. Just tapped. Don't you tap my blue? Always got to pay attention to that, and this would be something for anyone that's new that's watching. You know, it's like make sure that you're tapping, you know, the proper mana. And that's one thing. Like when you're playing, you know, tabletop, it's like you're tapping the mana on your own, so you can do it. When you do the auto pay and things like that. Oops, am I blind? I feel like I'm blind right now. Is it over? No, okay, it's not over. Okay, well, it's a good thing we can gain life. Let's get rid of this. And we're actually going to reanimate that. Okay, that's cool. So I can go bang to get rid of him. See what's up. And then Doom gets him. And that leaves me space for a counter. So I don't have to burn this right now. I was going to burn this and grab just for this. But now I don't need to. So I can go ahead and give me him. Let's see what got in a hand. Anything juicy? Nope. Nisa? Nope. Okay, we can live with all that. Love to put the globe out there, but just simply cannot risk, you know, not drawing a land with it. This is, you know, this is really good. We're gonna go. Oh, shizzle. Cannot be countered. Pro blue. That's no fun, right? What's so cool about that? Okay, that's fine. We'll sack one of these eggs. We are alive. We can resolve it. You can't even haste it anyway. All right, we're fine. Kill the globe. Let's toss out this globe right here. Let's grab this. Nisa, I didn't want to deal with that. So let's go ahead and just grab Nisa right now. Out of the hand. Goodbye. I don't think we need you, brother. Okay, so you can sack him. This is gonna be a good game. I'll leave the 3 or leave the 2 here just in case. You know, again, I don't know what he could draw that could nail me for 6, but you know, and this is it. I mean, this is why I really like this deck. Again, you know, we lost our first series. You know, really, I don't want to call it operator error, but I made a big mistake, you know, in that game. So by not using my unmoored ego in the proper place, let me go ahead and sack this. May as well just grab the life off it. We'll sack the globe on the next go around here, and that way the Doom Foretold blows up on him. Let's go ahead and put our egg out there. And really now we're just kind of rebuilding everything back up. Drop that. Drop the Doom, or drop the Oath, just so I can tag him for 3 more. So again, our life totals get into a much more comfortable spot. Okay, and we have 2, 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, and we'll have 8 here in a minute. So we're going to be able to reanimate with 6, and so this will be a big problem for him. So let's go ahead and pay 2 life. Let's go ahead and sack this for a mana. It's time for the dance of the Manse, baby. And this is, he's not going to be happy. And this could be a head explode right here because he can't counter it. A lot of creatures, a lot of damage. It's, yeah, good game. Okay. So maybe with this archetype here, we can actually, you know, make it in this Mythic Qualifier. I want to try one more. And this one might just seal the deal for me if I end up running through this. I mean, depending on what deck it is. I mean, red, green. You know, again, I expect to beat the aggro decks with this. You know, there's so much sweeping and so much board removal and control there. There's enough in there, you know, and there's a couple different ways here to gain life to where, you know, we can hang in there. You know, we can take some damage and hang in there. Again, I really think we could be too, you know, who knows how that series, that first one would have went, you know, if I would have got rid of the explosion, get major error. Mulligan. Eh, not so great. But cannot. I hate to give up to Fairy. But again, I don't know what this guy is running, so I definitely don't want to give back to Kaya's Wrath. Alright, well, I don't have any blue anyway, so the Fairy it is. We see blue instantly. Okay. I'm hoping he puts down a creature right now, taps out for it, so that way we can stick him. Nope. Okay, that's fine, because then we can go ahead and pop this out. So it looks like this might be our nemesis. Okay, so this might be our Simic Flash. Okay, that we really, really don't like. Give me my blue. Okay, we'll get that in play right now. Because he's just waiting around for us to do something. And so we're going to have to plan this out. Okay, because I really, really hate Civic Flash. So, you know, again, I haven't seen anything to the contrary of this not being Civic Flash, so I'm just going to assume that it is. And this is the one deck. Okay, so we'll see if we can overcome this, either in this main game here, and definitely want the mana, because again, I got to be able to get through it, depending on what kind of counters he's using. Okay. Yep, it's now he's already up to, he did that for a reason, so he must be holding on to his frilled mystic there. So let's see, we'll see if he wants to save the borrower here, because he might. Really use a mystical dispute, right? Not even so much right now, but for next turn. He's going to counter this. Frilled Mystic. I hate Simic Flash. Oh, yeah, I almost want to just put this together and run it myself because I hate it so much. Okay, well, at least you tapped out. And that'll give me a chance to, I gotta take 9, but that'll give me a chance to clear the board. Oh, he didn't, I have to clear the board because I don't have any fodder anyway. Mm. Put it on the bottom. Okay, maybe he's not getting what he needs right now. Which we're fine with. Okay. Black. Actually, no. Black. White. Let's see what you got. And if you got nothing, we'll drop a Doom Foretold. Brazen Borrower. That puts us in a spot. So you can counter. I think I gotta take a chance here. Push in the chips. He can counter this. But if he counters it, then he can't put on his Brazen Borrower. Okay. You can animate a land next round. Or did he have enough? And this is me just not being able to count in the middle of the night. So there we go. I lose. So that was a miscalculation right there. I could have held on for one more round, knowing he had that counter spell. No, I would have been cooked no matter what. And again, this is the deck, okay? Like, this is the #1 deck that I do not want to face, you know, inside of the qualifier. And I know I'm going to run into it. So hopefully our sideboard is ready to deal with this annoyance, okay? So I really don't like this deck. I don't know if I've said that enough. You know what I mean? Civic Flash, Civic Flash. Okay, so we need you. Gosh, I almost want to put on board. I want to just go all in against this dang thing. Like, I literally just want to grab it all. Taker. Grab it all. Gosh, I even want to grab the Unmoored Eagle. I just want to get him, right? I literally just simply put cannot stand that deck. So am I going too far here if I grab this? Okay, so I got to ditch 9 cards here. So I'll be able to ditch a few of these. One of these. I might even be able to relax on one of these and one of these. Maybe even one of these. One of these. Give up a Thought Erasure. I am definitely going like hardcore at this guy. Oh. Well, I thought I had 13 seconds left, but I must have a little lag going on. So here we go. I will play first against you, Simic Aggro, or Simic Flash. Okay, we'll keep it. And so I'm curious, did I get my sideboard? Or am I just same and similar here because I ran out of time? That sucked. Okay. Now, can you counter Teferi right now? Like, just right now. Right now. Didn't think so. Excellent. Whoa. Whoa. I guess you can right now. That was an excellent combo for you. Mmm. Mmm. Silly Flash. And again, it makes me feel like I could still run this deck. Simply because, this is the one deck that really gives me the most trouble. It's really the one. Again, in the first series, we made a couple bad choices, and second series was fine, going against aggro. But again, here with the Simic Flash, it just seems to have it's a step ahead. They're always able to just kind of do everything on our turn, and then they're always walking into our turn totally untapped. And so that's the issue, right? And so again, I don't believe I got my sideboard. I haven't seen any of my sideboard cards. So at this point, I just need to get him to start burning some counter spells. You will counter this. Maybe a Frilled Mystic here. But we got to start getting through some of the counters that we just know that he's got his hands on. Okay, so he's going to bounce it. At the end of the turn, he'll bounce it back to my hand. Perhaps not. Give me that blue. And I really should have popped that right away to show blue, right? I'm just kind of bluff the blue a little bit. Okay. Totally cool with that. It's hardly ever when you hear that. Not totally cool. Not as cool as I thought I was. Do you have the counter? If he does, that's annoying. If he doesn't, fine. Oh, and you tap my blue. Okay. What do you want to give up? The wolf or Nisa? Cool. So I feel like what I want to do here is force the counter because right now he's got to sacrifice this. So counter this, and he probably will. Yep. Yeah. Does he have the ability to bounce on me too? So that'd be super annoying. And again, just one of the reasons why I hate Simic Flash. Oh, I hate it. You gotta give it up. Are you gonna counter that? Well, surely if you're not gonna counter that one, will you counter this one? It's fine. Scrap for it. Scrap for it. Sitting okay here. Really nice to get our hands on a Teferi. Okay, so he's gonna have to give up a card. Mana. Okay, we'll take you Teferi. So now the next thing will be to draw a nice land. No problem. I'd really like to draw a land so that way I could drop the Doom Foretold to kind of double pump this guy. Okay. If he's got the counter, I can't do anything about him. Gonna burn it because I'd love to set up the dance at the Manse. Okay. Could we possibly draw a land here? It's okay. It's okay because these oaths allow us to keep gaining life, and it's just kind of stretch it out on them. That's on your turn, buddy. Top one, bottom one. We got. Okay, but you are tapped out, my friend. That is what we like, Butterball. Oh, you're not tapped out. Well, that does allow us to put a Doom Foretold back in play. Let's just get that out there so you can either give up the Wolf or give up Nisa. Again, I'm being very conservative right now because I don't want to. I want to see if I can just outplay this dang deck. Brazen Borrower, is that what he had? Again, this is maybe where I should have been a little bit more aggressive. We're going to pay for not being aggressive. Oh, we're going to pay for not being aggressive. That's a toughie. Because now he's sitting on the mana. He's got the counter. There's nothing that we can do here now. I messed up. So again, it's on a late night deal. I should have been more aggressive. And I'm going to pay a price for it. If he counters this, obviously it's a good game. I'm sure he's got the counter. I'm sure he's got it. Yep. So it should have been last round. So that's, again, I'm going to have to, and again, I didn't get my sideboard in. So a couple things happened there. Okay, obviously we ran into a little bit of lag with our sideboard. I would have really enjoyed that sideboard, having some additional counters in there, a little less on the creature removal. The Kaya was really good for us there. So again, maybe this is something I can go into the tournament with. I don't feel terrible about how these games went. So time for me to go to bed. Hopefully you guys got value out of the games. And again, this is my Dance with the Manse Esper Control deck that, again, I qualified all the way to Mythic using it last month. We will see how it holds in the qualifier. Probably going to tweak the sideboard a little bit as well. And again, if I wake up in the morning, I'm just feeling different, I might run a different deck. I've been working on another deck as well that I will highlight in another video. Hopefully you guys got value out of the gameplay here. And again, we made some mistakes tonight. We made a couple of errors. Feel free to give this video a like to help benefit the channel, and as well give it a comment below. If you saw some additional misplays in there, let me know about them. I'd like to really get clean with this deck. I love playing it. I love playing Esper Control. I have for years. All the different times I've been in and out of Magic, I love playing this style of deck. So I'd really love to see this style of deck work and be able to win tournaments again. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.